So now normally, I would go to the writer to say, where did all this come from? But as you are sisters, I have this feeling that maybe you're both involved in the, or did you, as the writer, come up with it?
No, we came up with it together.
I thought you might.
We did.
So.
Well, no, I came up with it. You know, she really did. But we were together at the time. Yes.
So what was the?
She said, "Yeah, that sounds good."
Where did it come from, though?
Well,
what was the origin of the whole idea?
Well, I was a screenwriter for a couple of years, and I optioned a whole bunch of stuff and was hired to do some stuff, but nothing ever got made, so we got really frustrated with that. And Vicky was a business owner, and she was like, let's just do it. We can just make it. And so we took Dove Simmons 2-day film school.
Which is the start of Raindance Film Festival.
That's right. It was, yeah.
And is here with us again in November.
Is he? Well, it was awesome.
Oh my God, take the course.
It's
amazing. It teaches you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
So we took it in New York City, and he says the first thing, for your first film, you need to do a single location film.
6 kids, chop them up into bits.
Chop them up into bits, right? And we were like, well, we're not going to really do a horror. So when we were driving home from New York City to Toronto, we were thinking in the car, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? And so we came up with Locked in a Garage Band right there. It was right then. It was that.
Yeah,
all came together in just the one conversation.
Yeah.
Well, we thought there was a lot of ideas. You know how it is. You throw a lot of ideas around. So one idea was, let's do it in an elevator.
But that devil movie was out.
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan or whatever. He came up with that devil movie, and then Ryan Reynolds.
He didn't.
Whatever.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds did this.
Yeah, he did
Coffin.
Buried, which is amazing. That script was so good.
It was amazing. And then we were like, okay, so Coffin is gone and Elevator's gone, and well, let's do a garage, and that's how.
And then we're like, oh, garage band gets locked in. Blah, blah. That's how it came out.
And our brother played in a band, and he did the score. And we dated guys in high school who were in bands. As you do.
Yeah. That's right. What you know.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So in terms of the location, was that all a location?
That was one.
There's no studio working there. So you're actually working when the camera's in the room. Everyone's in the room.
There were 16 people in that garage at all times. There was always all the crew and the actors.
And I was above washing dishes. Nick Hilton,
Nick Hilton.
Nick Hilton flew from London. He's going to Oxford as a student, and we met him on Twitter. And he interviewed us a couple years ago after our Kickstarter campaign was successful, and he said, "Can I come and help?" And we were like, "You want to come from London to work in this garage?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to help. I'm going to be your AD." And so we said yes, and I picked him up from the airport, and I met him there, and so he was also in that garage.
In the garage.
Garage.
So I will say garage, I'm sorry.
I know, you can.
I do apologise for that.
No, it's fine.
So it was all there.
Okay,
and we got the location through Vicky's friend. We couldn't find the location because we were going to shoot in Vancouver, because we were from the island, from Vancouver Island. But we couldn't, because of the deal we had with the Actors Union, we had to work on the mainland.
Yeah.
And so we couldn't find a location in Vancouver because it was so expensive. It was like $4,000. It was crazy, crazy, crazy. And Vicky's friend is a real estate agent who owned a property just outside of Vancouver. And she wanted to piss off all her neighbors.
Yeah.
And so she said, yeah, come shoot here. I'll give you a really good deal. So we got it for totally cheap.
Yeah, because it was an Alcoholics Anonymous house.
So yeah, it was like a halfway house.
It was a halfway house. And the neighbors got mad. Like, they were like, oh no, we don't want drunks in our neighborhood. And so they got, former drunks, right? Like, they're recovering.
Yeah.
And so they got them evicted. And so she called me and said, I'm really mad. Like, they're recovering addicts. Like, they're trying to make a life for themselves. I think we should bring a film set. And so we said,
we did, okay.
And you drove all the neighbours to do it.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Oh, I want to come back to something you mentioned earlier, but just before that, so when you're all 16, if you're in there, I imagine you're facing this way, that's fine. You're facing the door. That's just a wall behind you, so that is a tiny space.
It was a tight space, it was hot.
It smelled.
Hot.
Okay.
It smelled. Right? It smelled.
So bad.
Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned a Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah.
So that was when you decided you're going to make this. Was that your first thought, or when you decided to go into production? Was the Kickstarter the?
That was her thought. Okay. My thought was, we'll just do it cheap. It's fine. We'll just get everywhere. Vicky was like, no, let's get some money. We'll do this. So we did the Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah, okay. We still did it really cheap, guys.
We did it really cheap, but
it's one location.
We had some money with it.
But people got paid, and I think that made a difference, because as soon as we put a dollar amount on it, we could then get union actors.
Well, that's the thing, you mentioned union, and instantly you've got real salaries, your budget is up.
It's $100 a day, but it's still, for 10 days, because it was 10 days.
10 days?
6 lead actors. Wow. Yeah. you do what you can.
I was shocked at someone doing 17 days the other day. Now I'm 10 days.
10.
But it's one location.
But it's just one location.
It's true.
So there's no movement.
So,
like
true.
you shoot 16 pages in a day, and it's crazy. I mean, Nick will tell you, like it's insane, but you know.
But a lot of action. I mean, presumably a lot of rehearsal as well.
3 days.
3 days.
3 days, because there's 6 people in a small space, or more people in a small space, and just sort of getting all that choreographed. I would have thought would have taken a lot of the time.
But they're you know,
They're
Brittany, who plays Laura Kate, so she's the one who sings at the end. She's been acting since she was 6.
Right.
You know, so they're pro. We only had 2 actors that really didn't have a lot of experience, and you know, so they just kind of.
But that was a great cast, I have to say. I mean,
They were good cast.
and where did you find them?
We had a really good casting
process?
director. We had a really good casting director, and she.
Who appeared in the film?
That's right.
I noticed the
that's
credit.
right, Christina. Yeah.
She's the woman shouting at the front
That's
at
right,
the beginning.
yeah.
Well
Yes.
done.
Yeah.
We had a lot of little
Yeah.
cameos from all the
And
different
so
people.
she came on, and she was really we saw that. I mean, she could just choose. Like we had all these people submitting, and you know, you just get these headshots and their
no
CVs.
idea.
We don't have any idea who. You know, anything, and she was like, well, no, you should see them, they work with this acting coach, so there were a couple that we wouldn't have seen, but then she said, yeah, bring them in.
But because of the Kickstarter campaign, we had 800 people submit.
Yeah, we had a whole bunch of people.
And
that
because-
just opens everything up.
But because we took Dove Simmons' course, I should be paid by this guy. Because he says you need, and I don't know if this exists in England, but in America, he says you need to use breakdown services. Write this down. Breakdown services. So we wrote it down in his course, and then we went home, and we found out it exists in Canada. And what it is that it's a actor's website thing that when we put up our script, they do a breakdown, which means they give all the actors their roles, their descriptions, what we're looking for, and then it goes out to all the agents.
Spotlight,
Yeah, so then
Spotlight
you get
do it
all
here.
this
Anyone who's
amazing-
interested, Spotlight do it
Right,
here.
so it's Spotlight,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so it's free for producers.
Yeah,
like
it's
it doesn't cost anything, and none of the other independent filmmakers that we know have ever used it. You know, we were like, well, it's free.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Then you get all
Spotlight's
these
free,
amazing-
just say I'm not
Right.
sure.
Okay, well, it's free.
Then you
yes,
get all
it is
these
free in
submissions,
Canada,
and
yeah,
they're
just
all,
don't know.
you know,
Yeah, and they're
it's
amazing.
really-
Excellent.
And you're kind of
Thank you.
embarrassed.
Because you're
when
talking about, as you say, a small group of people who've got to gel like that
Yeah.
with a short rehearsal period, and then just 10 days
Yeah.
working together. You've got to get very lucky, I would have really.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
we
But okay, here's another little producer secret. So, Jen was Jen is the writer-director. Oh God. Jen was the writer-director. She's in the casting room, in the audition room
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
that's
casting
true,
director.
yeah.
And I am a woman and wearing what I wear and hanging out in the little lounge area. And we used the Westin Hotel. I used my Aeroplan, like I had air miles, and so it was free. But it looks like really posh. And so I'm hanging out in the lounge area with the actors,
Yeah,
and
she's
they
pretending to be the
assume
assistant.
I'm an assistant. I didn't pretend. They just assumed I was this lowly PA, and so they're acting like themselves.
Yeah.
Which
so you
is
can see who's a little
awesome. And so some
And who's
actors are kind of
cool,
dickheads.
right?
Like they're
Some
from
of them are not,
Vancouver.
yeah.
Like they're used to getting paid thousands. Like we had one actor who gets paid $10,000 a day for doing voiceover work, and we're paying them $100 a day. Like it's nothing.
He did not get hired.
He did not get hired. But yeah, so it's like that, you know. And so then I'd go back and I'd talk to the, I'd be like, no, I don't like them. And they're like, okay,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah.
Because we needed people who would get along. We needed.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hang out in a garage for 10 days.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yes.
It has
That's
to
the
be.
way. Were there any heated moments?
Well,
They all
I
go
was
wonderfully
washing dishes
smoothly.
a lot.
Yeah, Vicky. There were heated. Yeah, Vicky was washing dishes a lot.
We're
No, there wasn't really.
sisters.
Everybody got along really well. After maybe there's a few, but no.
No, it was pretty good. No, to be fair, like we had an amazing cast and crew, and
Yeah.
it's been a really long process. Like we shot that in June 2011,
11. Yeah.
and we've been in post. I mean, post is like forever. And I remember a couple years ago hearing other filmmakers talk about how when you're making a movie, you have to be prepared to be the only one at the end.
Yeah.
And I heard that and I was like, no, that's never going to happen with our group. No, never. Our actors are going to be there at the end, and they are there, but they're not really. They've got to move on to their other projects, and so really, it's kind of Jen and me.
Yeah, and that you'll be wearing the same pair of jeans.
Oh, I
for 2
hated that.
years.
I heard that from a filmmaker. He's like, get prepared to wear the same pair of jeans. You know, and I was like, that'll never happen to me. I'm going to have lots of jeans. And then I had the same pair of jeans for 2 years because all of your money goes into your movie. You know.
Okay, do we have any questions from the audience? Let me grab that in case I have to run
Please
off
do.
somewhere. Any questions from the audience? Don't be shy.
How long did it actually take you to write the script?
I worked on the script for 6 months by myself, and then I worked with a story editor for another 4. So 10 months. And the rewrites just felt like, I mean, after 6 months, I was like, this baby's done. And then the story editor came on, and it was just like, oh my God. Rewrite after rewrite after rewrite.
And did you always feel they were right with their notes?
He was always right, yeah. But I mean, I first get them, I'd be like, and then it'd be fine. And then even on the set, we were rewriting scenes as we.
Well, once you've actually got your cast and your characters and the actors are must have brought a lot to those,
they know.
those parts.
Yeah, they know more than
So.
I did a lot of times. But they're characters.
Yeah.
They're like, well, you know. So we improvised a bit.
More questions? Oh.
So this was your first feature together, right? That's what you said?
Yeah.
And so you have other projects that you're kind of brainstorming right now for
We have
the next?
Multiple projects in various stages.
It's the second time today I've heard
You
that.
guys said that. I was like,
You said it in your Q&A. Well done.
No, we have a bunch in the pipeline. We have a couple that are. We do. Yes.
That's cool.
Thanks.
Excellent.
Again.
Very nice job. I was
Thank you.
wondering, what is the scene you're most proud of, and what is one scene that you wish you could do again?
Oh,
Oh God. Okay, I really liked. Okay, so the end scene when they're all like wrapping it all up, I'm very proud of that scene because that day it was the Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh.
When Vancouver was in the finals. It was the last. It was Game 7, the night of the riots. There weren't any riots when we were shooting it. But so when we were shooting it, the cast was like, "Oh, we really want to finish early so we can go watch the hockey game." I was like, "Okay, fine. If you're really on, we can do this." And we shot 14 pages that day. We got that one down in time for the hockey game, and then the city rioted, and it was horrible the next day. And then the one I wish we could redo.
They don't know about this.
I wish we could redo all the stuff outside. The stuff at the beginning that we could do outside, because there was a ton of people there watching, and we had the rabbit coming in that day, and we had kids there. It was just like a crazy day, so I wish we could redo that one.
No, I'm sorry. I need to explain. My sister here has 3 small children, and so she has a 2-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 10-year-old. And when people say that anybody can make a movie now, they really don't mean someone with 3 kids, like who comes on set and like, "Hey, mommy," you know, like
so they were there that day.
So they were there with the rabbit. Yeah. And like anybody who knows about shooting a movie can say, don't shoot with kids and don't shoot with animals. And we had kids watching.
But they were great. It all
They
worked
were
out fine. But I was like, oh, is the rabbit going to be okay? Is it going to work out? And then the rabbit was amazing.
It was a professional. It was
They were pros. They worked on
There's 2
they were
rabbits.
these animal trainers. They volunteered to do it. It was amazing.
Now, I do want one question because there's a big pile of instruments over there.
Oh, right.
How
Yes.
long is it
Our
going to take
band.
you guys to set up?
We'll do it now. We'll start now.
Okay.
Okay. So if I can just ask a question, one thing I felt, do you want to sort of start
Yeah, you
unpacking
guys.
and things? Because we've got microphones, so we can be louder over you. This is off. That was off the whole time.
Oh my God. Project.
Okay, sorry about that, but we can hear you anyway. One thing I personally felt, I was at the end, I kind of missed seeing the gig. There was parts of me that
I
wanted
know.
to see
We
the
were
gig,
gonna do
and all
that
the other
as, like,
characters in the
closing
audience, and it sort of, I kind of wanted to do that.
If we had more of a budget, we were like, oh, we'll do them at Lucky Bar, that's in Victoria, and we'll have them all. But we didn't have them.
Then done that.
C'est
Okay.
la vie.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
so
for the
can
sequel.
can I just talk about the band? So
Yeah.
so we had 800 actors submit to be in the movie, which is to me is just outstanding. But then we
I
had
don't think it's on.
It is off, but if it makes you feel comfortable.
You're like Lauren Kay.
I am just like Laura Kay in the movie where she sings into the mic. Anyway, we had 400 bands submit to be on the
Yeah.
soundtrack, and to me that's just amazing. And
Yeah.
you know, these are garage bands from around the world, and we ended up choosing 20. And Van Susan's here are our London band. And when we found out we got into Raindance as our world premiere, we got to call them and say, you know, hey, can you guys come
Yeah.
and do a little gig? And they've just, you know, this band, when we found them, they had 500 fans on Facebook. And now they have almost 40,000. And they've opened up for the Beautiful South and for Newton Faulkner. And to us, they're like the heart of the movie. They're the heart and soul of everything that we put ourselves into with movie making. Bands do as well. And I just think you guys need to shout it out for Van Susan's.
Shall we let them play out? Shall we let them play out? The Van Susans! Thank you very much.
They're just Van Susans.
Yeah, not the.
I'm sorry.
We keep saying the.
Just put that card on, yeah.
don't know how many songs you want us to do.
I mean, you've got to 11 o'clock, so it depends how long the next one is.
Okay, we could do another 2, yeah? We'll do that. Alright, why not? This one's off our new album. We got an album out, it came out on Monday, so it's very exciting times for us at the moment. And this one's called The Road. Hope you like it because of this. I suppose it would make sense to play the song that was featured in the movie. So.